Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight, the F&M deputy responds to leadership criticism. Shaunie Miller wins gold once again, and a Bahamian artist making waves in the UK. Welcome to our news. I'm Kyle Joaquin. Thanks for joining us. Top pink news tonight amid calls for former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham to return as leader of the Free National Movement to fix the issues within the party. Deputy Leader Peter Turnquest is asserting that the leadership position is open to whoever wants to run, but he is confident in the current leadership team of himself and Dr. Hubert Minnis.
Whoever wishes to challenge in respect to Mr. Ingraham or Ms. Turner or whomever, they're certainly, under our Constitution, free to do so. And we will deal with whatever challenges we face.
A former PLP cabinet minister had recently said that Ingraham is the only person who can save the party, but Turnquest says the PLP should focus on its own issues.
I believe that the governing party has its own share of challenges. You see the headlines today about who's delusional and the young people wanting to bring them back. I think the PLP will do well to focus on that. To focus on their own leadership issues and the brewing discontent that has seen one cabinet minister resign already.
Turnquest suggested that despite criticisms, he believes that under the leadership of Minnis and himself, the Free National Movement has had a positive impact on the Bahamian people.
You know, we've taken a lot of criticism. We've taken a lot of attacks, unsolicited attacks in the public, both from without and within. But we've remained focused. As I say, we're getting the party structures ready. For a convention, for an election.
Well, now that there could be another political organization on the horizon, just how well does that leave the chances of the F&M in 2017? Just last week, media personality Steve McKinney, former Senator John Bostwick, and Union President John Pinder were a part of a group launching an organization with the potential of becoming a new political party. When asked whether he thinks that yet another party would take away from the opposition's votes, Senator Dr. Dwayne Sand said no, and that he believes it's a beautiful thing.
When you run in your race, you better run your race. Ain't no point you looking to the left or looking to the right. What you need to do is be concerned about what it is that you're doing so that your record stands for itself. If I now start worrying about what the DNA is doing or what the PLP is doing and not focusing on whether or not my message is sound, if I'm not focused on whether or not I am appealing to the real concerns of Bahamians, then, hey, I may as well not be running.
If they can't do that, he said, then perhaps the parties would realize that times are changing.
And if you're not real, and if they can't connect with you and your plans for solving the problems that concern Bahamians, the fact that the middle class is shrinking, the fact that Bahamians feel as if they don't really have a piece of the pie, then they will write you off.
But again, Sand says parties shouldn't be concerned about how many of them there are.
Because the minute you turn to the left, a fella coming around to your right. And that is not the way to practice. Let them run their race. Let them do what they're going to do. But stay focused.
Well, Shaunie Miller is at it again. The Bahamian sprint sensation won gold in the 400 meters at the London Diamond League yesterday, leaving a pretty comfortable distance between her and the rest of the field. But what's even more incredible is that Miller also set the world's leading time in the women's 400 meters in a time of 49.55 seconds.
Miller now puts the squeeze on and strides clear of Natasha Hastings and of Stephanie McPherson. Shaunie Miller, Christina Hurtagoin, 5th place at the moment, trying to get there. Francina McCrory in 4th, but it's Shaunie Miller, an exhibition of 400-meter running. Look out for the time from Shaunie Miller, 49.57, quickest in the world this year. She brings home Stephanie McPherson in 2nd, Natasha Hastings in 3rd, but they were a long way adrift. And she takes the world-leading mark from Alison Felix.
Well, I'm pretty certain she'll be one of the athletes to watch in Rio next month. He's a Bahamian living on the other side of the pond. Christian DeVoe went to the UK in 2010 and got his master's degree. But while he works in Britain's tax system, he's developed a passion for music and is making waves across the ocean.
Listen, God to these niggas in the group, living our youth. Riding in a fast car, I wanna take it anywhere but here. Living this life like a fast car.
We spoke with him via Skype.
I did a bit of music when I was back home years ago with a group called Archetype Infinity that I led, and we did a number of things at that point, put some songs on the radio, and it did pretty well. And things, got slow for a while. And I traveled over here in 2010, and the music was on a standstill for about 4 years. So 2014, I started things back up, and I've been an independent artist since then.
Some may consider the U.S. to be the big pond to play in when it comes to music. Big names like Adele have made the crossover, but there were also hits made by Bahamians in the U.K. like Boom Pineapple Wine.
Over here in the UK, people are really, on to music. It's really popping now. You got too many artists at the moment, and a lot of music. People over here actually purchase music. They purchase CDs. They go to they have festivals. You have the labels, the big labels in London. So, this is a serious place for music to actually happen. And so it's just about taking advantage of the environment that I'm actually in.
At the age of 31, music at the moment is his focus.
I balance the full-time job with the music. So at the moment, for the past 2 years, I've been going at it, making new content. I've done 3 music videos so far, put out 2 singles. And I'm currently working on my first album now, hoping to release it in October.
But for the most part, Christian says he just wants the support of his home country.
I'd like them to know what I'm actually doing in terms of representing our country, and just be a part of my journey, really, and know me. And it's honest music, it's good music, and there's a lot of heart to it, and yeah.
Yesterday, while reporting on a story about the renaming of the Water and Sewage building, we mistakenly referred to Water and Sewage's first chairman, E. George Moss, whom the building was named after, as deceased. However, we made an error in our reporting, and George Moss is alive. His wife and son represented him at the ceremony because he was unable to attend. We apologize to the Moss family for the error and any stress it may have caused the family.